Hello world, Wendy from Cali here, back with another mixed Manny chat. Trying a different angle this time, seeing if it'll work better. This way I can actually kind of sort of see my hands on camera when I'm filming with my phone, but we shall see how this works. So I set a timer and hopefully this won't be more than 2 parts. I am getting ready for a wedding reception tomorrow. One of my cousins from my mom's side of the family got married and is having a wedding reception dinner. And what's really awesome is that my sister Michelle and her family flew out from Utah to come to the wedding reception dinner and is in town for a couple of days. So I get to see my sister. It's really great. And my brother also decided to book a hotel and come up a day early with his family too. So we got to spend some time with them today. So yeah, I'll get more into that. But this week's Mixed Manny is going to include Home Sleet Home. Home Sleet Home is a retired set that Tara Stoddard is another Facebook Color Street friend, as well as YouTube star. I'll call her a star because we're all stars here on YouTube. Her Facebook group has this challenge this week where we're using Home Sleet Home. It's called the Best of Home Sleet Home because she found a ton of these twosies. I also had one, so I'm going to incorporate this into my wedding reception Manny. In my Facebook group, Wendy's Nail Fee Studio, I did put up a poll today asking this or that. So the sets that won is Bronze Age and Coming Up Rose Gold. So I'm also going to be using that. What's really great about Bronze Age, which I haven't found the occasion to wear it until now, is that depending on how the light hits it, it's either like a brown or almost like a gold copper color. So I've seen on Pinterest a whole bunch of Mannies using Bronze Age as well as Coming Up Rose Gold. This one is not a retired set, so if you're into this, this is one of the core catalog sets. So if you don't have a Color Street stylist and you want to make a purchase, below I have a link to my sister-in-law Carla's Color Street shop. So you could totally shop it. It's buy 3, get 1 free. So put 4 nail strips in your cart and one of them will be discounted as free. Enough said though, for those that are not new, I'm sure you guys already know the spiel of Color Street, so I won't get too much into that. I don't really sell Color Street, I just am a huge fan. So you'll see me do a lot of mixed Mannies with Color Street, sometimes with other sets and other companies, and sometimes with conventional polish. But today it's all about Color Street. And I have another Hello Kitty. Compliments of my friend Na. I thought this Hello Kitty just was very fitting for a wedding reception. So, and of course, going to use a craft hole punch. I figured Cupid for love, for weddings, you know, thought that would be cool. Anyways, let me stop talking because I could talk forever and not do a Manny. Most of you are here to see nails, so let's get started. Alright, I already prepped my nails, so I took off my polish and I am going to put on the new stuff. So what I did use underneath, Nail Aid Collagen Maximum Builder, as well as Color Street has its own nail strengthener. So I have that on my nails right now. But yeah, it's been a whirlwind of a week. The last Mixed Manny I did on camera, if you saw that video, I used 3 layers and that was one too many. Apparently, if I do more than 2 layers, my nails don't like to stay very well. It was like literally like bunching up and chipping, and it was not pretty. The Manny itself was very pretty. I used some really awesome pretty colors, but yeah, after day 2 I was already like, okay, I'm changing it. And so I ended up changing it and I really, really liked the one I changed it to. I even ended up going to go see the new Mission Impossible movie with my panda bear. And it was fun because when we were at the theater that night, it was relatively quiet because it was like the middle of the week, and I had the opportunity to jump in the Barbie box to take a photo inside the Barbie box, which that was really fun because I'm already like, I got my tickets with my gal pals for the Barbie movie. We're really excited to go see that. I especially am very excited to go see that. I've been watching so many YouTube videos about the making of the movie and all of that, and I'm just ecstatic about it. So yeah. But this work week's been crazy. So I spent a lot of time over the weekend, last weekend, working because we had 3 projects that needed to go out on Monday. And then when Monday rolled around, luckily, one of the clients postponed us sending out that project. So we had a little extra time. So it was a manageable week. But it was definitely a crazy week. Very glad to be in the weekend right now. And very super glad, if you guys know me, the 3 F's, family, food, and fun, is like my motto in life. And so having my whole entire family in town this weekend has just made me super giddy. Like, I am like on cloud 9 right now. And, you know, not everything has gone as planned so far for the weekend, but it's still been very enjoyable. So Friday, my sister and her family flew into town, but their flight, we were waiting for them. It was supposed to arrive around like 7-ish, and they didn't end up getting like fully ready and off the plane and getting their luggage and all of that until closer to like, I think it was like past 8. And so the original plan was to go eat dinner all together with my sister's family and my parents and Panda Bear. But the restaurant that my sister had picked out closed at 8:30. And it's really weird because on Yelp, if you guys use Yelp, they had the hours for the restaurant open until 10:30. But Panda Bear, Pops, and I showed up at the restaurant, and we were waiting, and my sister calls and says, oh, hey, the restaurant closes at 8:30. And we're like, what? We're here, like, literally sitting in the restaurant waiting for our table. And the waitress actually comes by and tells us that the restaurant was closing. And we were like, oh. So, miscommunication there. Plus, my sister has 2 little ones, and they were really grumpy and hungry. So, they ended up with my mom going to In-N-Out because it's right by LAX. And so then Panda Bear, Pops, and I could do whatever we want for dinner. And so, of course, I was like, well, we're already in this neighborhood, sort of. So I was like, let's go to Pampa's Grill. So we head to Pampa's Grill because Panda Bear's like, yes, Pampa's Grill. And my Pops couldn't recall Pampa's Grill because he's never been, but he's had the food before because we've brought takeout from there for him before. And so he didn't remember until he actually like started eating it, and he was like, oh, this is good. But while we were waiting in line for food, the couple that was in front of us was very picky with their cuts of meat and being a little difficult. And I get it, like, you know, certain people like to eat their meat pretty cooked. And the poor guy that was trying to serve the meat was like not understanding it, because Pampa's Grill is a Brazilian like barbecue kind of place where the sirloin cap, which is the most tenderest, juiciest, fattiest meat, is supposed to be eaten medium rare. Like, that's like how it's supposed to be eaten, but the couple in front of us wanted it much more well done than that. And so there was a little bit of a wait there, but not too long, because when it came to my turn and Panda Bear and Pop's turn, we were all like, give it to us medium rare, the rarer the better, in fact. And so kind of flew through the line after that and sat outside in their patio seating where they were having some live music, which I've never been to Pampa's Grill with the live music before, so it was very enjoyable. I almost felt like I was on vacation, which was much needed after a long work week. So yeah, I posted, like, I did a quick little, like, I think it was like a 9-second, 10-second video, and posted it on Instagram and Facebook because I was just that happy to be eating there. It was delicious. I'll tell you that much. And I was so full, like, my plate was piled high, and it put me to sleep. Like, when I got home, I was like, out like a light. So, of course, eating all of that food, this morning when I woke up, I did laundry because today's the only day that I would be able to do laundry, because tomorrow's going to be fully packed. So threw a load of laundry in the wash, and then Panda Bear's like, hey, want to go work out? And I'm like, sure. So we went for like a 4.5 mile walk to our favorite place to get Vietnamese iced coffee, Mr. Baguette. So we got to Mr. Baguette, and the lady that's there that used to serve us a whole bunch of times, because when we were on like pandemic lockdown where we had to work exclusively remotely from home and all of that, Panda Bear and I and Pops used to walk like all the time to Mr. Baguette to get their Vietnamese coffee. Well, I would always get the Vietnamese coffee. My dad and Panda Bear would switch between getting like Thai tea, and they have a mango smoothie, but like Vietnamese coffee is the only thing I get there, besides their sandwiches. If you've ever had their banh mi sandwiches, oh, their breakfast one, ham and egg, is just divine. It's like definitely my go-to for a breakfast Sammy. But yeah, if you're ever near my neighborhood or the surrounding Southern California area, Mr. Baguette is the place to get banh mi's, because their bread is so fresh. And we've tried the banh mi challenge, which I've seen on YouTube with other channels, where they would get like banh mi's from different places and try to compare it. Mr. Baguette is the winner, in my opinion, my honest opinion. It is a little pricier than some of the other banh mi places, but it's worth it. If you are spending money for quality, Mr. Baguette is it. But yeah, we always like to walk there because parking there is not always the easiest to find. It's in a little plaza where there's a LA Fitness, and there's also some other shops and whatnot there. So we like to walk there. So it's like a little over 2 miles one way and 2 miles back. So yeah. So that's what Panda Bear and I did in the morning. My mom works graveyard, and she actually got home around the time we had left, and she must have noticed that I had hung hangers outside, waiting for the laundry in the wash to throw in the dryer, because by the time Panda Bear and I got home, the laundry was already hung. Thank you, Mom. My mom always loves to beat me to the laundry. But yeah. So, then what? Ooh, then, so we've had a bunch of time to just chill and relax because my sister and her family went to Long Beach to see some of her high school and college friends. Is it high school and college, or maybe it's all college? I can't recall, but they're, you know, old-time friends. So she was meeting them in the Long Beach area, and so, and my brother and his family was sightseeing in LA with, my sister-in-law's brother. So we had some time before we were all going to, like, meet up together and whatnot. So I got to binge watch, because yesterday, The Summer I Turned Pretty on Amazon Prime came out with 3 episodes from season 2, and so I got to binge watch all 3. I was very happy with that. They've definitely, if you've read the books by Jenny Han, the author, you'll know that the stories, the books, are quite different than the actual show. Like, they changed a lot, and introduced some new characters and stuff in the show. So yeah, if you are planning on reading the books and then watching the show, or vice versa, just know that it's different. So be forewarned, but both are very enjoyable in their own way. So, at least in my opinion. So yeah. I can't wait until, I think they're releasing the rest of the episodes like each Friday. So I'm going to be excited to continue watching that, and not having to binge watch it. So I'll just watch it like either Friday night after work, or maybe on a Saturday morning before getting started with the rest of the day. So yeah, The Summer I Turned Pretty. But yeah, after I binge watched that, then I made sure to put away all the laundry. Laundry's been piling up. Like, usually I'm pretty good about putting laundry away after it's been washed. It might sit in a basket for like a day, but usually after a day it's put away. However, as I mentioned, work's been super crazy busy. And so there's been like, I want to say it's like 3 loads of laundry that's been sitting in a basket. No, a couple baskets, I should say, that needed to be put away. So I made sure to put away all the laundry as well as the load that I did today. So now all the laundry is done. Such a rare occasion for all the laundry to be put away, but it is, and I'm very proud of myself. Like, I even made the bed today. That's how productive I was. Not with work, but with personal stuff. So I even made the bed because I wasn't quite sure if my brother and his family were going to stop by today before they checked into their hotel. But they didn't end up stopping by. We ended up we picked up pizza and sub sandwiches from Tony's Italian Delicatessen, so that we could bring it to my brother Tony and his family. And we hung out in their hotel room, ate some pizza, and had some, what did we do? We ate some pizza, we ate some sub sandwiches, had a bunch of fruit. My mom had cut a whole bunch of fruit. And my little nephew Maximus was like super entertaining. He was having so much fun, like feeding me strawberries, even though I had like totally peeled them into little pieces so that he could eat them. But he wanted to feed Auntie instead of eat them himself. And yeah, and then my sister finally called to say that they are on their way from Long Beach to meet us at the hotel so that all the kids can go swimming. So while we were waiting for my sister, we were playing a whole bunch of games of Uno, and like each one of us kind of took turns winning, except when my niece Emmeline had started playing with us. She didn't get a chance to win, but that's okay, because then she got bored of the game really quick when my sister and her family showed up and they all wanted to go swimming, so they went swimming. And by that point my mom was really tired because, as I mentioned, she works graveyard shift and she didn't have very much sleep today, so we ended up coming home, and now here I am doing my nails. And so, as I mentioned in my Facebook group, Wendy's Nail Fee Studio took a vote and these two sets won. So I am doing my nails now. My dress that I'm wearing tomorrow is an emerald green, which, let me see if I can pull it on camera for you guys. The color might not show up as it may look like in the actual natural lighting, but that's the dress. So I had looked up on Google what colors go good with emerald green, and I read that gold or bronze and coral, like orange peachy colors, all go really well with green. And so I was looking through my hundreds of Color Street sets. Yes, I said hundreds. I have way too many. I need to stop buying them, but I can't help it. They keep coming out with like new ones, and it's like it's like Pokemon. I gotta catch them all. I gotta have them all. But yeah, I have like binders full of nail sets. So I dug through my binders to find a whole bunch of different sets, and I was holding it up to my dress to see like what colors. And at first I was like asking Panda Bear, "Hey Panda, what colors should I use?" And he's like, "I don't know. Why don't you go ask your friends?" And I was like, you know what? He's right. Why am I asking a man when I can ask a whole bunch of folks in my Facebook group what their opinions are? And so Panda Bear's sister, my sister-in-law Carla, was the first one to vote, and she voted for these. And I think we had one vote for that, which was a different set, Socialite, which they brought back. Color Street brought it back. It was sold out for a bit. That one was a gold set, and there was one vote for that, but the majority of the votes was for the two sets I'm using now. And then I was going to incorporate Home Sleet Home, because why not? Like, originally I thought, oh, maybe I'll just, do this mani and change it in like a day. But I was like, no, I don't want to just like do my nails and change it for a day. I mean, I still might change it after a couple of days. I don't know. Depends on how it ends up looking when I'm fully done with this mani. But I figured kill two birds with one stone. Get this mani for the wedding reception done, as well as the little mixed mani challenge. So I'm gonna actually cut Home Sleet Home into little cupids, which will go over this bronze color. So it should just be a very like slight silhouette of Cupid is what I'm going for. And I'm going to put it on my ring finger, because I like using, typically if I'm not mixing different colors on different nails, I like using my ring finger as an accent nail. So that is what we're doing. But yeah, thank you for all those who had voted in my Facebook group, because you helped me decide which sets to use. So I appreciate that. And then thank you, Na, for this Hello Kitty, because totally going with the vibe here. Sophisticated little Hello Kitty with the monocle and top hat and the little what do you call that? It's not a telescope. It's like a binocular, but what's a singular binocular? Because binocular means the two. Monocular? I don't know. Comment below if you know what that little thing is. I definitely know that's a monocle though. But yeah. I don't know. Hello Kitty is one of those iconic characters that's like, doesn't matter how old you are. If you're a fan of Hello Kitty, you'll always be a fan, no matter how old you get. But yeah. But yeah, my niece, Emmeline, wants me to do her nails tomorrow, so I don't really quite know when that's going to happen. Because I know my brother was going to go visit with some of our cousins after we have dim sum in the morning. So yeah, not quite sure what the plans are. But all I know is Panda Bear and I will definitely be working out after dim sum. We gotta get a little bit of a workout because I ate a ton of pizza and a portion of sub sandwich. Oh, and at work, one of our clients gifted us 5 boxes of Zooey's cookies, which are really delicious. Really bad for me. Really delicious. And so on Friday, at the end of the day, I was the last one to leave the office. And so there was only a box. I think there was like less than 6 cookies left. It was like 4 whole cookies and then 2 that were like half eaten or something like that. They were cut into. Looks like it was cut into. I hope it was cut into. Anyways, so I took those home with me and we definitely had fun eating, like sharing them today, along with eating our pizza and sub sandwiches. And we had fun playing Uno, and the kids had fun swimming. So all in all, a really, really awesome Saturday. And it's looking to be like it's going to be an awesome Sunday too. So, but I definitely need to keep moving because way too much food. But it makes me happy. Family, food, and fun, as I mentioned. The 3 F's. My motto in life. Oh no, bubble, bubble. Smooth it down. Well, the one good thing is if I have bubbles on the edge, coming up rose gold is definitely going to cover a bit of that. So, yeah. Alright, almost done with this first set. And we're doing good on time for a 2-part video. Means that we'll get this down, we'll likely get the cupids down, and then the second part will be adding the glitter dipped coming up rose gold. And then we should be set, because I'm going to go to sleep with these and let them cure. For those that are new to this channel, Color Street are dry nail polish strips. They're like about, I want to say people say 95-97% dry, so that they're still sticky enough where you can place them down on your nail and then you just let them cure, meaning let them adhere to your nails. So you don't want to use any lotion or wash your hands for at least about half an hour, because you want to let it have time to like really just be able to stick to your nails. So to prep your nails before you lay down Color Street, it's recommended to like wash your hands thoroughly. A whole bunch of people swear by using Dawn dish soap. For me, I just wash my hands, and then I like using, as I mentioned, the Color Street nail strengthener and some of my Nail Aid base coats. And then that's pretty much it. But each of the Color Street sets comes with a nail prep pad. So you can use that too. It's like an alcohol wipe to kind of help get rid of any dirt and excess oils. So the great thing about Color Street is that because it's dry nail polish strips, you can literally do them if you're not like picky like me, because I like getting it as exact as I can on my nails. But if you're not super picky, you can literally do your nails in like 5 to 10 minutes anywhere. Like some of the Color Street stylists I've purchased from, they've done it as passengers in the cars. If you're a passenger princess like me, you could totally do your nails in the car on a road trip or something like that. Not too much of a mess to do. And one Color Street stylist, Camille, actually said she's done her nails on a plane ride before, which is really cool, except I'm not a big fan of flying, so for me, if I'm on a plane, I'm likely like closing my eyes and praying that I'm falling asleep for the whole plane ride. But yeah, I'm a nervous flyer. So, especially after the pandemic, I don't think I will get on a plane anytime soon. But we shall see. Because I do want to eventually take Panda Bear to one of the Hawaiian islands, because he's never been to Hawaii. But then again, he's been to Paris, France, and I haven't been to Paris, France. Not that I want to go to Paris, France. If I were going to fly internationally, I think Italy and Greece would be where I really would want to go. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm a nervous flyer, so it's not likely I'm going to do much traveling. At least not anytime soon, I hope. But yeah. My sister and her family are here until Monday, and then they fly back home. So yeah. It'll be nice to be able to spend some time with them tomorrow. Didn't really get to spend much time with them because our dinner plans for Friday kind of fell through, and then today was kind of like not much time to spend together since they showed up at the hotel pretty late, and her kids wanted to swim, and my parents and Panda Bear and I weren't really in the mood for swimming, so yeah. But it's always tomorrow. But yeah. Anyways, we're almost done with Bronze Age. And I think I have enough time, as I mentioned, to get the cupids cut out and stick them on my ring finger before we do the second part, which is putting on Coming Up Rose Gold. What's great about Coming Up Rose Gold is that it's a glitter dip, and you can wear it on its own if you want, or wear it over a color like I'm going to do. My cousin June actually wore Coming Up Rose Gold before she went on a trip to Taiwan, and she had it on for like over 3 weeks, and it still looked good. She just kind of refreshed it by putting a top coat after a couple weeks, and it still looked good. So that's what's really great about glitter dips if you're wearing them by themselves. Like, because as your nail grows out, your nails kind of grow from here. And so Color Street, if you lay it down right, usually don't have very much wear and tear at the edges. And so you can actually wear them for, they say 7 to 10 days. But I've seen people wear them, like my cousin June wore it for like over 3 weeks. And I've seen Color Street stylists, when they're like kind of like showing how long that they can wear Color Street without like changing their manis, wear it for over like, I want to say 21 days. So that's 3 weeks. Maybe even over a month. I can't recall. I know that one of the YouTube Color Street fanatics, Stacy Adams, I think she had worn a Color Street as a petty for like half a year or something. It was like a long time or something, where she's like, oh yeah, and then it grows out, and then it looks like you have a French tip on your toesies. I thought that was the most hilarious thing. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, like, you totally could do that. For me, though, whenever my toes start growing out, I wear maybe like 3 weeks, a month at the max. But once they start growing out like that, I'm like, no, I gotta change it. So right now on my toes, I have one of the jelly sets and one of the Destination Hawaii sets on my big toe. So Hakule, I think that's how you pronounce it, is a clear overlay design where it looks like Hawaiian flowers. And so I have that on my big toe. And then I put down Strawberry Jelly, which is a hot pink, neon pink jelly. And I did that because I knew I wanted to keep my toes a certain design when I go see the Barbie movie next week with my gal pals. And so after this mani, I'm going to be changing my mani to a more hot pink. I probably will use the rest of the strawberry jelly on my fingers. I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't fully decided yet. Because I also have another set called LA Dreams. And I've seen another person on Facebook use LA Dreams. And she said that that was remind her of Barbie. And I'm like, oh yeah, like LA Dreams does kind of remind me of Barbie. And then there's also another set, a retired set that I had won called Miami Beach, which is a really hot pink set that I think might also look really awesome for the Barbie movie. So it's likely that I will use one of those sets before I do next week's Mixed Mani Challenge, which involves the Color Street Color Play July subscription box Electric Fest, which, if you haven't seen that unboxing, I was so ecstatic with that box. It's like my all-time favorite box so far for the Color Play boxes, because it came with this amazing lip topper called Stardust, and it's like very neutral, very sheer wash of color with just so much sparkle. And so it's likely that I'm going to be wearing that to the wedding reception dinner tomorrow, because if I put on a lipstick color, like, then I have to worry about, like, ooh, did I like drink and eat too much where the lipstick's coming off? But if I use a neutral color like that, Stardust, oop, time's up. It's gonna be, the Cupids are coming on part 2 of the video, obviously. But if I use a neutral lipstick like that, like Stardust is, then it won't be so bad if I eat a whole bunch and not reapply the lipstick. So doing the lazy style for the wedding reception dinner. But I think I'm gonna do my eyes like in a nice dramatic smoky eye, since my lipstick will be very neutral. Plus my nails are going to be very